Alright, we're back for conclusion video. I want to really touch on a couple things that we didn't discuss, and that is, as I mentioned, the assessments that adjusters have been making, especially experienced ones, have been fair. There have been some exceptions to the rule, especially with new adjusters. If I come out and look at your statement of loss and they didn't pay you for nearly what they should have, you're allowed to get basically a second opinion, which is called a reinspect we call it. And that's usually done by somebody more experienced. So if you knew the guy was inexperienced and maybe your neighbor, his claim was $15,000 and you got $5,000, you have the same year old house, same everything, you'll be able to tell if it was fair or not. And we will as well. You're allowed to get a second opinion. We will meet the adjuster. It's not required the first time. Really the second time it kind of is, to point out the discrepancies. To address the first time, roofing is, I want to say a given, but in certain areas it is, that'll be replaced because the hail obviously fell from the sky. The siding is a lot of times what's marginal, because depending on the direction of the hail, it'll affect one or two sides of the house but not the others. But then your house, depending on how old it is, especially if it's vinyl siding, it's faded substantially. If you started with a clay color, now it's almost whitish. So how to match those and have a contractor with meeting with the adjuster when it comes out, we're able to come up with a game plan as to what's fair and what to do going forward. So the difference is when some contractors meet adjusters, they're flat out disrespectful, pushy. We treat them the same way we treat you. Hold their ladder, hold their measuring tape, come up with a game plan, discuss it, civilly, and that gets my relationships with every adjuster. I can't say every adjuster, almost all adjusters, is very, very cordial. We run into each other time and time again, especially when storms like this happen. So I have a great relationship with the adjusters that we work with, and it's a lot of times beneficial to the homeowners. We will meet with the homeowner or the adjuster the first time, and especially if it needs to be a reinspect, you need to have a time, for them to say, hey, I'll be there Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and we'll go out there and meet them and try to come up with a remedy if there is any discrepancy on that. So the siding part is a gray area that, basically a lot of people don't want two colors of a home. So that's something we'll try to address and work with to come up with a plan that makes sense. So in summary, it's not your fault that it hailed. It's a little annoying, I know, especially in areas where we're affected with all the, it's loud with all the roofs going on now. Construction trucks running in and out. The place is kind of crazy and probably will be so all year and into probably next year. On a positive note, if you have an older roof, it's not the most exciting way to spend $10,000 or so on a new roof. So it's some type of investment in your home that ended up not something you had to come out of pocket. It helps the neighborhood, because if it affected you, it affected other neighbors. So, people are getting new siding, shutters, gutters, roof. The neighborhood looks even better than it did before. So it's a positive in the long run, and the economy wise, it pumps a lot of money into the local economy. So it's not a bad thing. Again, some pushy salesman, a lot of loud noise, things of that nature, is kind of the price to pay, if you will. It is what it is, and you just want to have somebody that will treat you fairly and be upfront with you, and that's what we try to do. So that's everything in a nutshell. Again, roofohio.com is our site. You can request a estimate online there. Call me directly. I'm Steve Schrader. I'm the owner. I'm the one answering the phone. So I will work with you as far as getting together in person, and look forward to meeting you in person. And thanks for spending the time. I thought this was a good idea because of the magnitude of these storms. People just want some straight answers. I know what I hear from people every day. Just one explanation on, the paperwork itself is Greek to a lot of people. What is all this? So we help you through those things, and thanks for spending the time. I hope this video series was informative. And again, talk to you soon. Bye.